Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. First call, Vikings can't 100% shut door on Aaron Rodgers. Adam Schefter won't rule out Rodgers retiring. The Minnesota Vikings aren't entirely giving up on the prospect of signing quarterback Aaron Rodgers. However, Rodgers may give up on football before signing with them or the Pittsburgh Steelers. Russell Wilson shows off the arm for his new fans in New York. The Steelers interviewed a successful college quarterback at his pro day. And we find out which former Steeler is heading out to Seattle. All that in Thursday's first call. Never say never. The Minnesota Vikings refuse to completely close the door on Aaron Rodgers. That was the word from ESPN.com's Kevin Seifert on Wednesday afternoon. When asked about that prospect, Seifert quoted General Manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah as saying, "For me to sit here and say anything is 100% forever, that's just not the job." However, Adofo-Mensah expanded a bit and made it sound like there was no urgency to pursue Rodgers in any manner at this time. One thing Adofo-Mensah was transparent about is that he at least acknowledged that some conversations were had about potentially bringing Rodgers in as the starting quarterback this year instead of turning things over to last year's first-round draft choice, J.J. McCarthy. A player like Rodgers, he's always going to be in those conversations, Adofo-Mensah said. But from our delineations at that time, we're happy with where we are going forward. But obviously the caliber player, we had to make our considerations. McCarthy didn't play at all last year due to a knee injury. Sam Darnold, the 2024 starter who led the Vikings to a playoff berth with a 14-3 record, left Minnesota for Seattle during this offseason. Also Wednesday, ESPN.com's Adam Schefter confirmed that Rodgers' options are down to either retirement or signing with the Steelers. But Schefter told ESPN Milwaukee that he isn't 100% convinced that Rodgers will want to play football for anyone this year. Russell Wilson wanted to re-sign with Steelers before leaving. Former Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Russell Wilson wanted to re-sign with the team before officially leaving for the New York Giants, according to Jerry Dulac of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. It was the Steelers who never viewed Wilson as a viable option for the team, even after losing out on Justin Fields and Sam Darnold. Now, Wilson expects to be the starter for the Giants and could earn up to $21 million in the Big Apple. That netted the Steelers a fifth-round pick but could earn them a third-round pick if he hits all of his incentives during the 2025 season. Wilson's play tailed off sharply toward the end of the season. On top of that, a report dropped in January that offensive coordinator Arthur Smith took away Wilson's ability to work at the line of scrimmage. That could have irked people in the organization. Sources told Penn Live at the NFL Combine that Wilson's end-of-the-season struggles paired with a report that offensive coordinator Arthur Smith took away his freedom at the line of scrimmage ruffled feathers in the building. It would have taken a mending of relationships for Wilson to return to the Steelers. Even if Rodgers chooses to go elsewhere, Pittsburgh seems somewhat content with what they have at the position. Betting. Check out our guide to the best PA sportsbooks, where our team of sports betting experts has reviewed the experience, payout speed, parlay options, and quality of odds for multiple sportsbooks. The Pittsburgh Steelers continue to show heavy interest in this first-round running back. Boise State Broncos wide receiver Latrell Caples, 3, celebrates with running back Ashton Jeanty, 2, after scoring a touchdown in action during the 2024 VRBO Fiesta Bowl between the Penn State Nittany Lions and Boise State Broncos at State Farm Stadium on December 31, 2024 in Glendale, Arizona. Robin Alam/ISI Photos/Getty Images. The Pittsburgh Steelers might not be that interested in most first-round running backs, but there is one they clearly have a focus on, even if it is unlikely they will land him. Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty is continuing to draw interest from the Steelers. The Steelers met with Jeanty for a formal interview at the NFL Combine, something they did for only him as a top prospect. However, Wednesday showed just how serious they are about Jeanty as a player. The Steelers sent running backs coach Eddie Faulkner to Boise, Idaho, to watch Jeanty do positional drills. Jeanty wrapped up one of the best seasons for a running back in college football history. He finished second all-time in rushing yards in a season only behind Barry Sanders and helped carry the Broncos to a college football playoff berth. His breakaway speed is something the Steelers need, as Jaylen Warren runs just a 4.55, and behind him, they have little to no certain options. The Steelers have other needs like cornerback, quarterback, wide receiver, and defensive line, but if the value is there with someone like Jeanty at a more minor need, they might take a swing on the talent. Betting. Check out our guide to the best PA sportsbooks, where our team of sports betting experts has reviewed the experience, payout speed, parlay options, and quality of odds for multiple sportsbooks. Are you a fan? What do you think about the Ashton Jeanty situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.